Today we make apple butter. This is a level 2 out of 3 difficulty. Get 3 pounds of apples, any type you desire. I use gala apples, and slice them into about 5 or 6 slices. You can chop them smaller if you want to make it easier on your blender. Next, you add 3 cups of white sugar. I'm using a half cup, so it takes me more scoops. And scoop, and scoop, and scoop. After this, we are going to be adding 1 cup of brown sugar. I use dark brown, but light brown is fine as well. After this, you're going to get ground clove and allspice. Now, I don't use measurements for this. I just add it until the ancestors tell me to stop. So you can adjust to your palate. Now, you can add cinnamon, but I'm allergic to cinnamon, so I don't add it. Now, a friend of mine adds red hots to hers. So it might be delicious that way too, a little sweeter. Now, some people add 1/2 cup of apple cider vinegar, but I don't like the way it tastes. So I add 1/2 cup of water. And you're probably thinking, is that going to be enough moisture? Yes. The juices from the apples, you'll see. So stir your apples up until they're coated very well in that sugary sweetness. Put them in your pot, cover it, and put it on very low, just slightly above simmer. My lid has a crack in it, so I'm using aluminum foil for the lid. So again, make sure you go low and slow. You don't want to burn your apples. This is what my apples look like. Look at all that juicy, juicy goodness. When you're able to easily break them in half with your spatula, they're ready to blend. Now, I don't own a traditional blender, but I do have an immersion blender, so that works perfectly fine for me. And then we mix, mix, mix. When it gets to about this consistency, it's time to put back in the pot. As you can see, there are a little bit of chunks, but it's not that chunky at the end. You can keep mixing if you want. All right, put it back in your pot. Be very careful. It's super hot like lava. Remember, low and slow. You do not want to burn all your hard work. Make sure to put your lid back on for splatters. Keep checking on it and stirring it. When it gets to about this consistency, guess what? It's time to put it in your jars. But I do warn you, let it cool before you put in the jar. You don't want to crack your jars. Disclaimer, this is not canning just because we're putting it in a canning jar. This is to be refrigerated. I use one of these wide mouth funnels to help me not make so much of a mess. Now you can have it thinner. Some people do like it runny. And if you like it runny, just don't let it simmer in your pot quite as long as I have. But for me, I like it nice and thick to spread on my homemade wheat bread. Now this, once you put the lid on, make sure you refrigerate it. It'll keep in the refrigerator up to a month. Or if you put it in a freezer safe packaging, not these type of jars, they'll keep up to a year. All right, this clip is for the next day. I didn't have any homemade bread made, so I used good old store-bought. Look how nice and thick that is. This is the next day after refrigerating overnight. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave in the comments or let us know how you cook yours.